You know, sometimes it's still a good thing to have a surprise every now and then. And that's what this was for me. This game totally slipped under my radar. I had not heard of it prior to being sent a review copy for it. And man, I am really happy about that. Because sometimes, like I say, it's just fun to still be surprised. And the older you get, the less often it happens. Well, this game is called The 9 Parchments. And I know it has a sort of a cartoony Diablo look to it, but that's not really what it is. There's not really anything in the way of exploration here. It's a very linear, level-based title, but it is a hell of a lot of fun. And with co-op in the mix, where you don't have to go it alone if you don't choose to, this is just a great game all ways around. It's not an overly complicated plot. You are a up-and-coming wizard, sorcerer, what have you, at a wizarding / sorcering school. And there are various parchments that contain high levels of magic that have been stolen from the school, and you, as one of the young and up-and-coming apprentice wizards, you are tasked with going out and retrieving them. And this takes you across varied landscapes, fighting all sorts of monsters with your varied magical powers, and of course big ugly bosses like this weird looking thing right here. You've got different characters that you can choose from that have different abilities and cater to different playing styles. This adds some much needed replayability to the game, because you know, oh, you trophy hunters, you know what I'm talking about. You get trophies for beating the game with each character. That's right. And of course, playing it co-op is a totally different experience than playing it solo. There's a lot of fun to be had there. As you can see, the graphics are quite stunning. For this type of game, it looks fantastic. It's right up there with games like Torchlight and some of the more comical, fun, isometric type action titles of this ilk. It just is really, really nice looking. I mean, look at some of these environments. Look at the lighting and the shadowing. Look at the character designs. Look at the foliage. It just has a really wonderful look to it. I love the graphics in this game. I mean, look at the water splashes and all that. It's such a nice touch, you know? I just love the look of this game. It's one of those games where I don't even have to play it. I'm happy just sitting and watching somebody else play it because of how good looking the game is. It's just really, really eye-catching. It's got really wonderful color, just really pops right off the screen. I've said really 5 or 6 times in a row. That ought to tell you how great the frickin' graphics are in this game. The music, equally well done. It's got tremendous music. Love the score. I'm not as hot on the voice acting, I gotta be honest. It's got good voice acting, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know if it was the script or what, but I'm not as sold on the voice characterizations as I am other elements of the title. The controls are as crisp and responsive as could possibly be. This game is a joy to play. It feels really, really good, really tight, very natural. I didn't experience any kind of glitches or bugs or freezes or anything like that. The playtesters definitely earned their paycheck on this one. I will give some credit to the script writers for the game. They did try to inject some comedic elements to it. It's mostly kid-friendly, situational type humor, but it's a welcome change of pace from the grim and gritty stance that a lot of these styles of games typically take. It's fun to have a little bit of humor in there every now and again, along with references to different things. Like right here, you've got a sort of a Sorcerer's Apprentice reference going on here. It's fun to have that kind of stuff to it, and it's good to have a laugh in a game every so often. I think that's something that seems to have slipped by with a lot of development these days. They're afraid to make you laugh. They all want to scare you, or they want to get your adrenaline pumping up, but it's not as often anymore that they just want to make you have a good belly laugh. So that was a welcome thing here. I mean, it's not on the level of, say, The Bard's Tale for PS2 / original Xbox. Now that is a freaking hilarious game. It doesn't go that far because it's, at least in my experience, its humor doesn't delve into the off color. It stays fairly family friendly from what I have seen. Again, I just can't kiss this game's ass enough. I love it. I think it's a fantastic title. I think it's well worth the money spent on it. And what else can I say? What else can I say? It's a fantastic game and you all should play it. The only thing holding it back from a perfect score is that voice acting. Otherwise, it's a must buy. 9 Parchments gets a 6 out of 7.